back, Amiibros and Amiigals, to my channel. Today we have a brand new custom Amiibo DIY tutorial. We are going to make Dark Samus from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate trailer. Let me know what character you're super excited for. What character would you like in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Comment down below, like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Now this tutorial is super easy. Definitely the best way to start off making custom amiibos if you've never dabbled into this subject. I first start off by covering the base with painter's tape just in case if the clay happens to go on there. Keep in mind all the materials will be down below in the description. It is an Amazon link, so all you have to do is click the link, put it in your cart, and then check out. The first step in making any custom amiibo is basically stripping down the amiibo and removing anything that you don't need, then adding things that you do need. So when it comes to this process, you will be using an EXACTO, so please be very careful. If you're not of age, definitely ask your older siblings or ask your parents for help. Now do realize when it comes to Dark Samus, the suit is very sleek. There's not a lot of indents or curves. This is what Samus should look like after you're done using the EXACTO and removing anything that you don't need, because then it's time to move on to the clay work. Like I said, this suit is very alien-like, so there's really no indents and it's very smooth. So we're going to try to recreate that by grabbing the clay, and the clay that I use is a 2-part resin. It's AVES and it hardens like cement, so that's why I love to use this clay. Again, all the materials will be down below in the description. When it comes to this clay, you do have to mix it, so there's 2 parts like I said, and then you have a working time of about 2 hours. So go ahead and grab that clay, slather that on, and you can smooth it down using water, which is really helpful. Another process is actually sanding down the figure, but if you can smooth it here, it saves you a lot more time later on. So what I'm smoothing right now is the helmet. I'm also smoothing down the top part of her suit as well as her shoulders. Again, we're trying to remove a lot of those details that you see, which is kind of sad because I love details, but this suit requires us to have a very smooth surface. So keep in mind, AVES clay is very messy, so of course cover up everything. Alright, so this is what Samus should look like right before we get down to the painting. Definitely take a look at this example, but if you have more reference pictures that you've searched or found on the internet, definitely use that. You should see my desktop. I am covered in reference pictures because it is very important that you don't miss any details. Alright, so it's time to paint, which is my favorite part because that is pretty much where we can add a lot of the details. And of course, I'm starting off with a base color, which is black, because her suit is very dark. So again, look to those reference pictures to add as much detail as possible. When it comes to painting anything, you can definitely use a primer, and that helps to allow the paint to stick on there as well, and you can add more layers. Adding layers is very important because it makes sure that that color pops, as well as making sure that if it does get scratched, it is very durable and it won't show. Now keep in mind when you're adding layers, you really want to water down each layer, and you want to make sure that each layer is dry before you add the next. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of brush strokes showing and it's not going to be as smooth and as clean. Alright, we're heading to my favorite part, which is called dry brushing, and basically that is adding really low content of water onto your brush. However, there is a dab of paint, and that allows you to add so much detail. This is definitely one of my favorite techniques. I use this pretty much on every single figurine to add those highlights, because when it comes to dry brushing, it doesn't get into the crevices, and that way you can keep all the details that you've added. So definitely when you get the chance, try this technique. It'll change your life. Back when I was actually cosplaying, I used this technique on cosplay armor too. So it is very helpful. It's super easy and it'll up your game when it comes to painting. So here I'm adding white, and I tend to add white as the last color in a lot of the figurines because that way you can add the light hitting the armor and it pops that color, and it really shows that it's very shiny and sleek. What I loved about this custom amiibo is that there is really no rules when it comes to painting. You can add little or no detail, it's up to you. You can add low lights or highlights or shadows, and again, it's practically just freeballing it until it comes down to the major details, of course, like the visor and in certain areas of her suit where it glows. But overall, this is the perfect way to get started when it comes to customizing custom amiibo or even figurines. So that's why I absolutely love this custom amiibo tutorial as a way for anyone out there to get started. It is really fun and simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this custom amiibo. There are a ton of nerd DIYs coming very soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment below what character you're excited for in the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and let me know if I should make a specific custom amiibo as well. I love making custom amiibo, and definitely check out the rest of my videos. All the materials down below in the description. My Patreon is also down below as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you make any nerd DIYs, send pictures to me and I'll share it in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, AMIIBRO, because that means I'll see you next time.